Okay, so I'm going in with the e.l.f. Eyeshadow Primer. I'm just taking that directly from the source. I'm going to go all over the eyelid. All over the eyelid. Get in there. After that, I'm just going to spread it out using my fingers. You could use a concealer brush, but it's easier for me to use my fingers at the moment. Next, I'm going to be using my favorite contour palette. As you can see, it has quite some love. I'm going to be taking Lucid and Lyric, and I'm going to use that to set my eyeshadow primer that I just laid down. By setting my eyeshadow primer with powder, it makes everything easier to blend. And here she is, the star of the show. The Modern Renaissance Eyeshadow Palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to be taking Real Gar and Burnt Orange on a fluffy blending brush. And that is such a mouthful. I'm just going to be taking that mixture to the crease. And here we have Tamitha blending for the next 100 years. Any day now, Tamitha. Any day. So next, I'll be taking a Love Letter on a small angled brush. I'm going to be taking that to the top of my eye socket for that cut crease effect. Sometimes when my eyes open, and if I just do it on the crease, you won't be able to see the sharp line I just created. Next, I'll be taking Red Ochre and just use the same brush and apply that on top of Love Letter. And then I'm just going to be going in with the same blending brush as before to attempt to smooth out any roughness that the line could have created. So next, I'm going to be taking Venetian Red on the same angled eyeliner brush as before. I'm just going to use that to trace out my mock cut crease. Then, you guessed it, I'm just going to lightly blend. So next, I'll be taking a small concealer brush in the eyeshadow primer that I used before, and I'm just going to be using that to clean up any mistakes that I've made. I'm going to be taking my blending brush just to smooth anything out and then going back in with that angle brush to help define. What is up, Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter in Distortion? This is my favorite glitter to use. Yes, it's hard to remove, but you'll look fabulous. So I'm just going to be taking this onto the line that I've been creating. So I'm just going to line, line, line. I'm going to kind of go crazy and like go above the line, as you'll see later on. When I'm doing this, like in between like dipping back into the product, I'm going to be wiping the brush because the red eyeshadow will stain your brush and you don't want to dip in your stained brush into the glitter and stain your glitter because that's just a hot mess waiting to happen. Next, I'll be taking Vermeer on a large eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to be applying that onto the lid. It is time to say your prayers because we're going to be attempting winged eyeliner. Most of the time, I'm really good at doing winged eyeliner, but today was just an off day. Like, looking back at the footage, I kind of just like, why didn't I leave it how the way it was before? It looked fine. So now you get to watch me struggle doing my eyeliner while listening to good music. Okay, enjoy. Time for some falsies. I'm going to be taking my Lexie Luxe LashXO falsies with my favorite lash glue from Revlon. Next, to help blend my real lashes to my falsies, I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara and the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara to help get my inner corner lashes. Next, I'm going to be taking Burnt Orange on the small pointed brush. I'm just going to be taking that to my lower lash line. With the same brush, I'm going to be taking Red Ochre. I'm going to apply it to the outer half of my lower lash line. Then, I'm going to be getting a blending brush. I'm going to blend those two bad boys together while poking my eyeball. Watch out, Tamitha. Next, I'll be taking Tempera and Primavera as a nice little mixture. I'm going to be taking that to my inner corner. Then, with the Mega Length Mascara from Wet n Wild, I'm going to be coating my bottom lashes. I decided last second that I wanted to jazz it up a bit, so I'm taking a NYX White Eyeliner to my waterline. To make lining my waterline a bit easier, I'm going to be using a dry beauty blender to pull down the skin. And that is the finished look. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my first YouTube video. I truly do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be listing all the products that I used in this video in the description bar below, as well as social media links as well. Thank you guys once more. Bye.